this is Deb the Flormont on Jesse's team.
Give me your name again.
Deb the Flormont.
Deb, she was at the TCP on Thursday.
Oh, hi, Deb. Oh, I was just going to let Deb open up the call with me. She going in there and said hello. Well, hello, Deb. Deb, let's open up the call together, Deb. You ready to open up the morning call?
That's fine.
Okay, look, Deb, I want you to say good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. Do that for me, Deb.
Oh, my goodness. All of that?
With all that,
go right ahead.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Deb.
Say it one more time.
Say good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call.
Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call.
Woo! Give her a hand, y'all. Give her a hand.
Let's hear it for Deb. Let's hear it for Deb.
That's right. Let's hear it for Deb.
Thank you, Deb. Welcome aboard and welcome to Team Effort Lifestyle Network family, Deb. Good to have you in. If you're right here on the call, so someone is telling you exactly what you need to do to have a successful start in Team Effort Network. Great job, Jesse. Jesse just wanted you to kill us, right?
Oh, man. Hey, it was great having her. I just signed up about 30 minutes ago, Pastor Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Along with Pauline Blake.
Oh, boy, the team is growing. Well, family, you've delved into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. Debbie has opened us up. Deb, thank you, Deb. She's a new member board, and she's hit the payment running. She looks like she's not playing the games, family. So the line is open. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Let Deb and I know who else is on the call with us this morning.
DC in the house.
Hey, Robert. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic this morning. Fantastic. Ready to go.
Oh, good to hear you. Good to hear you. Keep it coming, family. Who else is with
John
Deb and I this
Joseph
morning?
in Reveal, California.
Woo-hoo! John Joseph, how are you, sir?
Well, we're just going to keep building and building and building out here on the West Coast.
You know, that's what it's all about, John. I'm really praying that everyone is getting that picture. It's really all about building, just like Pastor Joe said. That rush to 3,000 points, you got to know how important that is. Building and building and building. Well, keep it coming, family. This is with us. Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning. This is Maria from Santa Maria, California.
Maria! Hi, Maria. How are you?
Fine. Thank you, Pastor. How are you?
I'm doing great. You're going to be on the call. You're going to be on the Spanish call today, right, Maria?
Yes.
Okay, family. If you got Spanish-speaking guests, I want you to join Maria at 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. Maria will be on with the Spanish family. So if you have Spanish-speaking guests, get them on the call this morning. That's Monday through Friday. Thanks, Maria.
Sandy Cohen, Springdale, Maryland.
Woohoo! Hey, Sandy, Springdale. How are you, Sandy? Good morning. How's it going?
All is well. All is well.
Great. Good to hear you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else is with us? Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Paul Jackson from...
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Mr. Paul Jackson. Mr. Jackson, I'm on mute.
All participants are now unmuted.
Go ahead, Mr. Jackson. Please go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning, Pastor D. Good morning to my 10 family around the world. It's a magnificent day today.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Jackson.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Snap, crackle, and popping, and all kind of noise coming through the phone. If you all are busy in the background, if there's noise in the background, just go ahead and mute out, and we won't get that feedback. I know you're all excited about calling in and hearing the next best thing that's happening in TIM, but I hope you all know that this is the next best thing. TIM, Team Effort Network, is the next best thing in the industry. You all have something amazing in your hands that the world is already in search of, and all you have to do, like John Joseph said, build, and build, share, and share. How are the TTPs going in your region? How are you building your business? Are you just talking? Are you just being a bunch of hot air? Or are you really building a team? Stop and examine what you're doing. Look at all the information that's being shared on this phone. Everything that's being provided for you to build a successful team. I say, family, you need to take what's being given to you, run with it full speed ahead. Because it's happening, and it's happening fast, this has got to be the easiest company I think anyone can ever come into and grow with rapidly. It's a simple, duplicatable system. 2 get 2 get 2. Everyone knows at least 2 people that want to be successful. Everyone knows at least 2 people that are dealing with some type of condition, a health condition. Everyone knows at least 2 people that want to quit that 9 to 5 they've been suffering. Everyone knows someone that's sick, that's hopeless, that's depressed, and they're looking for something new. And you need to be sharing what we have, because as team effort comes together and everyone begins to build, everyone benefits from it. But it is a team effort, and it works, family. So do everything within your ability to make sure you are sharing and building and building and building. I'm going to bring on my business partner, two-star, Pastor Dr. Dale Wafer. Sir, are you here with me this morning?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear. How are you doing?
Well, good. I'm wonderful. Glad to be back with you. And I hope everybody all the mothers had a great Mother's Day and fabulous day out there. And we're really excited and looking forward to continued building, continued efforts. I like what you said, everybody knows at least 2 people who want to be successful, okay? And when you find your 2 people, help them find their 2 people so we can continue building upon the success that you had and that they had and that they had. So it's going to be a tremendous opportunity for us. Many things are happening in the background. I talked to Mr. T this morning. Him and I continue to strategize on Canada. So, guys, if you know anybody in Canada, you want to go to winwithcanada.com and have them register. He will be in Canada next week meeting with leaders that are registered online. So it's going to be a great opportunity. Again, we are expanding, we're growing, we're doing different things. So just know we're creating a platform of an international business that you can have at your kitchen table. So we're looking really, really forward to the things that's coming. And it's good, finally, to be back online with Coach Nikisha Bond. I had not been online with her in 2 months. So it's going to be good to hear her today.
Well, why don't you go ahead and bring her on, twin?
I will. Well, I tell you, it's been a great long time since I've been able to introduce this young lady, and I'm glad to have her back. I'll be back on the line with her so I can hear this great teaching that she's been giving us throughout the months and months as she's been a part of our Monday coaching day. So I'm going to go all the way out to Marietta, California, and welcome to the call, Miss Coach Nikisha Bond. Nikisha, you there?
Good morning. Woo-hoo!
Woo, she on fire. Come on,
Nikisha. Today, I got Pastor Dale in the house. Woo, we got the family back together. I'm excited. Woo, let me calm down a little bit.
Well, we've been following all your beach photos. You've been having fun at the beach. So.
We were there yesterday celebrating Mother's Day. Now, of course, I'm not going to get in the beach because I don't want to mess up my hair. But it's always fun to go down there and watch the kids get tossed around in the water. That's California living. It's expensive, but that's what you pay for.
That's right. Well, great. Well, we're glad that you had a great Mother's Day, and I'm glad to be back on the call with you. What do you got for us today?
Okay, so today, you guys, I want to ask you guys a very, very important question. What is your vision for 10? I was really thinking about this because we were talking about this a little bit last week. We were talking a little more about the technical stuff, but every book that you read, every leader that you talk to, the one thing that they start off with is vision. So here's some interesting things. Did you know that Walt Disney was fired from the newspaper because he lacked imagination and had no good ideas? Did you know that Oprah Winfrey, at the age of 22, was fired from her job as a television reporter because she was, quote unquote, unfit for TV? Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school, not once, but twice, but 3 times. And Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Do you know that Thomas Edison failed it some 10,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb? And what led all of these people to continue despite failure after failure and rejection after rejection? One word: vision. And what is vision? Vision is a mental picture of the future. It's an idea what the future can hold, but not yet has happened. Now, here's something that's really, really important is that vision is different from strategy. I mean, they're both important, but there is a priority. Vision will always come first, because if you have a clear vision, you will eventually attract the right strategy. But if you don't have a clear vision, it doesn't matter what your strategy is, nothing's going to help you. And I didn't really realize this because I am, a lot of people don't, may not know my background. My background has always been in management, business management. So I take other people's visions and I break them down to tasks. So I'm a very task-oriented person. You tell me I want to do this, I say you got to do these 15 things in order to make that thing happen. But, trying to create a vision is much different than just trying to create goals to execute that vision. A vision is, goals are how you're going to achieve something, and a vision is why you're going to achieve it. Now, Mel said something so exciting at the last event. He said that we were going for $50 million. And, I started thinking about that when he said it. We were all screaming and excited. I'm like, yeah, that's exciting, $50 million. Woohoo, yes. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, what does $50 million mean to me? Mel knows exactly. If you were to sit down and talk to him and say, what does a $50 million vision for Team Effort Network mean to you? He would be able to tell you in vivid detail what that means, what your business is going to look like, what his business is going to look like, how people all over the world are going to have their lives transformed, because that $50 million for him is a very clear vision, because Mel is a visionary. That's how he started this whole thing. And so $50 million for him is a very clear vision, but what's your vision? What does $50 million in 10 means for your business? What does that look like? What does that feel like? How does that change your life? How does that change the dynamics in your family? What kind of person are you going to be when you now have a business that's part of a $50 million industry? These are the things that we really have to ask ourselves, because vision is so important to leadership. Here's a couple of things that it does. It tells us where we're headed. You don't know where you're going. If you don't have a clear path of where you're going to go, it doesn't matter all the different steps that you're going to take. You're not going to get there. Here's something really, really important. You can always tell people who don't have a vision for their life, because year over year over year, their lives stay the same. So they don't have a vision. They're not going anywhere. They're just drifting along like kelp, like the seaweed in the ocean, just drifting and tossed by the waves. And maybe some go on shore, and then maybe some get sucked back out into the ocean. But for the most part, they're just drifting along. A vision gives you pinpoint accuracy of where you're going. And the more clear your vision is, the better it is, the more likely you're going to reach that end result. I'll give you a perfect example. For a very long time, my vision always been to make more money. And every year I do make more money. But I haven't gotten to that place in my mind where I say, this is the money that I want to make. And it wasn't until this year, guys, this is how important vision is. It's so small, so a lot of people miss it. And I was one of those people who just missed it. And I never even had a number of exactly what is the amount of money that I really want to make, and why do I want to make that particular amount of money? What does that mean to me? What does that mean to my family? It wasn't until this year that I actually put a dollar on it, and I've seen significant changes in my life. Income has started increasing tenfold. You guys couldn't even believe how much more income is coming into my household just because I put a vision, a number, and I put some meaning behind what that number means to me. So that's what it does. It gives you a place of where you're headed. Vision also provides motivation and inspires you to keep going. Leaders need to keep the end result in mind. This is so important, because let me ask you a question. How many people have heard no? How many people have had somebody that they've told about this business and they've told about this business and you can't get them on the phone? How many people have had somebody who sounded really, really excited and they went to the TTP and they were all rah, 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 and then all of a sudden you couldn't get them on the phone to save your life? Happens to everybody. It's part of the game, right? It's like, remember how we said we were going to set up a store, and how many people are going to walk by that store, and maybe some will come in and browse, and maybe some will leave and some will buy. We can't get too worried about that. But it's so important that we have a vision, because that's what's going to keep you motivated in those down times. Whenever you see people, and this is just Nikisha Bond's personal opinion, this is actually not a fact, but when I see people going from company to company to company to company, because they don't have a vision. They're not sticking in one place to have that vision of what does it look like with this company, with these products, with this family. That's Nikisha Bond's personal opinion. Number 3, Vision helps us keep moving forward through obstacles. Same thing about the motivation and the inspiration. If a leader has a strong vision, little setbacks and obstacles, they're going to seem really insignificant. I'll give you guys a quick story. In 2013, we went to buy a house, and I cannot tell you the drama that went on to buy this house. It was like, you need this paperwork. No, you need that paper. You need this. Go sign this. Go here. Go there. And it just happened to be at the time in the market where they had dried up all the reserves. And so trying to find a house was difficult, let alone going through the whole process. But you know what? The vision was that we're moving out and we're moving into a house. That is the vision. So every obstacle that we had, our mantra was, we're going to keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Whatever paperwork they need, give it to them and keep moving forward. And then eventually move into the house. But that wouldn't have happened if I had looked at every single setback and every single obstacle, every person who said no, every person who didn't call me back, every person who said that they were going to do this and they didn't do that. If I looked at every single one of those little instances, it can get you very depressed. And if you're feeling that in your business right now, you got to expand your vision, ladies and gentlemen, because when you have that why, you can endure anyhow. Number 4, vision provides focus. Man, I can't tell you how distracted we are right now. I see it all the time. If you ever walk around, look around and look at people. We're at the beach yesterday, and the guy is literally standing in the water typing on his phone. I'm just like, that's so weird. I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's gorgeous out there. Why are you on your phone? But that's what it is right now. Everywhere you go, you have marketers trying to pull your attention, your device is buzzing and buzzing, emails popping through, people asking you questions. Life is full of distractions. You have kids, everything. And so when you have a clear vision, that will provide you with the focus that you need to accomplish your goals. That is so important, ladies and gentlemen, because remember, vision comes first, then the goal. So if you sit up here and you have a whole bunch of goals, but you don't have a vision, I want you to take the rest of the day to really sit down, and we'll talk about building a vision in just a minute. Number 5, vision gives us meaning and purpose to what we do. Pastor Denise said it. And Pastor Dale alluded to it. There are people out there who are hurting, ladies and gentlemen, sick, hurting, dying, being lied to, on a job that they can't stand, with people they can't stand, living paycheck to paycheck, living beyond paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people, if their next paycheck didn't come, they would be homeless. That's how serious and how real it is, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at the statistic out there, I'm not even lying to you, 84% of Americans. That means out of the 10 people that you run into today, 8 of them don't believe that they're going to have enough money to retire. They already know that. They haven't even retired. I'm not talking about people who are about to retire, afraid of not having money. We're talking about people in their 20s don't even think they're going to have money to retire. That's some scary statistics. So when you have a real meaning behind what you do, you are in the business. I love when Lloyd Gibson said this, and I'm sure Mel said it as well. We're in the business of changing people's lives, ladies and gentlemen. When that's your vision, then it doesn't matter about the people saying no, because all you can do is feel sorry for them and say, you know what, I'll come back to them when they're ready to receive this information. Because even if they say no, they got to have these sprays. They got to use these products. They got to learn about this. They have to at least know that there's options out there for them, and then they can make those decisions. And I'll make sure that I keep following up with them. When you get that type of purpose behind what you do, it is so much easier to go out there and talk to people because you're not selling sprays anymore. Then we're not in the business of selling sprays. Nobody signed up in here to sell sprays. We're in the business of changing people's lives, changing their health, changing their finances. We're changing their outlook. I mean, I can't tell you how much I've grown as an individual just by all the books that I've read and all the amazing leaders that we have on this call and all the mentors who have influenced me. That's what network marketing does, and you don't even have to pay for that. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting all excited. Let me go back to my notes. Okay. So why it's important for us to know where we are and know where we want to be. And, this includes everything. We have to be really honest with ourselves. Pastor Denise said, are you just talking? It's easy to just talk. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying. Eventually, we have to stop talking. Because if we don't get this vision for 10, we're going to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to miss it. It is happening whether or not you get on board with it or not. Do you understand? I mean, I'm trying to articulate this in a way that we see the urgency of what's happening right now. Mel and Amy are going to 50 million, and they want everyone on this line to go with them, but they'll go without you. You know what I'm saying? So it's happening. And it's a matter of, is this going to happen to your business? Are you going to take it serious? Are you going to get that vision? What does that mean for you when I say $50 million? I know what it means to Mel, but what does it mean to you? What does it mean to your business? What does it mean to your family? Who are you going to be as a person? What are you going to accomplish? How is this going to affect how you influence everybody else in your life? Because I can tell you something. When you step up, ladies and gentlemen, everyone around you will start to see that change. They'll admire that change, and they're going to step up too. They've shown it in statistics. So a person who loses weight, usually the people around them lose weight. Why? Because now they have an inspiration. They have something that they can achieve, something that they can model. That's why it's so important for us to get this vision. So, okay, now how do we build a vision? If you're saying, okay, Nikisha, I get it. I don't have a vision. What do I need to do? How do we create a vision? The first step in creating a vision is to know exactly what you want. Ask yourself, where do you see yourself in the next 18 months? Specifically, what do you picture in your life? Anything is possible when you have a vision. This is so exciting. I'm telling you, this is going to be the most fun thing that you do all week long, is to sit back and dream. Now, let me tell you something. This is what's really interesting. If you have, all of you guys are dreamers. I'm not judging you, but you might have someone in your team who's new to Team Effort Network and is not a dreamer. You're going to have to coach them through this process. So you guys are all leaders. I know that you guys are all dreamers. In fact, you guys all have your vision, so I'm not really worried about you. This is more for you to take this training home for your team and make sure that you and your team have a vision. So this is so much fun. But here's the thing. There's going to be a lot of people. You're going to sit down and you're going to try and create your vision. You're going to try and think of all the things that you want, and all you're going to see is problems. And you're going to see, and that just lets you know where your mind is, and you might have to work a little bit harder at creating this vision thing. But there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be distractions because we're not really taught to sit down and dream. You remember when you were younger, you used to dream all day long. You would look at toys and, my husband would tell me that he used to make cars out of his shoes because they were so poor. But, he had an imagination. He could do that. He could play all sorts of games. And then when you got to school, they kind of slapped that out of you. Stop daydreaming. Where's your mind? Focus on this. Look at this. Don't just have your head off in the clouds. We weren't really taught and encouraged to sit back and dream and to just let our mind wonder if anything was possible for you. In fact, I want everyone to just close your eyes right now. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. It's not a good idea. But if you're not driving, you're sitting at home or you're sitting at your office, just close your eyes right now. Just take a moment, take a deep breath. And I really want you to think about, what is your life going to be like in 18 months? We hit the targets. $50 million, more than half of that going back to the field. What does that do for your family? What does that do for your community? What type of person are you? How do you feel about yourself? How are you going to dress? How are you going to look? How are you going to carry yourself? Who are you going to inspire? Who are you going to help? This is the exciting thing about visions, ladies and gentlemen. It gives you an opportunity to just let your mind go and just see yourself of who you really are on the inside. Not all the rules that we've been taught, all the constraints of society, all the things that you can't do, but just that anything is possible. Anything is possible. And you just sit back and you just start thinking of all the things that you want. And then just start journaling. Just let it flow, ladies and gentlemen. Sit in a quiet room. Just let all of these things just flow to you of all the things that you want. I'd love to sit on here, and I'd love for us to do this all the time, so I'm sorry to break this for a little bit, but we got to get back to the notes. Sorry, I'm getting all off. When you build your vision, build it big. This is where I think that Team Effort Network needs to step up. Our vision is not big enough. We're only looking for here, today, tomorrow, and I see this with so many people, ladies and gentlemen, so don't take it bad, but everybody, we've become, the world has gotten really, really big, right, with the internet. And so, you can really touch all corners of the earth. And so we've started to isolate ourselves. And we've started to put ourselves in our own little cocoons and only worry about the things that are surrounding us. Is my rent paid? Is my mortgage paid? Are my bills paid? Or is my family taken care of? Can my family eat? And we start to look at just ourselves and only the things that affect ourselves. But when you're building a vision, you have to look way beyond yourself. I was watching the playoffs this weekend. My husband's a huge basketball fan. And we were talking about LeBron James. And if you're not following playoffs, just let these names roll past you. Anyways, Kevin Love is out. And so LeBron James has to step up. And I was telling my husband, I said, the difference between what LeBron James is doing and Derrick Rose is doing is that LeBron is trying to create a legacy. He's trying to be not just a great ball player, but a great assister and a passer and a leader. He's trying to do all of these things. He's making his vision bigger. Yeah, he could get that championship, which he did, and that was for him. But now he's got to do something bigger if he's going to create a legacy. And that's what we need to do here at Team 10. We need to create a vision that's much, much bigger than just what's going to be good for you and your household and getting your car and helping yourself and helping your family. You got to worry about everybody that you talk to. How about getting them their car? And then the people that they talk to, training them so that they can get their car, and so that people can get their mortgage paid, so that people can be, living the life that they've always wanted to live, so they don't have to live paycheck to paycheck, so that everybody that you touch, everybody that you know is on these sprays because you know that it's going to give them a healthier lifestyle. We have to take our vision way beyond our borders and start to see how this is going to affect the community, how this is going to affect the world. This can transform the world, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all up to us. Every leader on this line, it's all up to us to expand our mind, to expand our vision to something way beyond something that you think that you can accomplish. If your visions are within the realm of what you can accomplish, your vision is too small. Your vision has to be right outside your grasp, to the point where you're thinking, I don't even know if I really can do that. That's exactly where your vision needs to be. That's how big your vision needs to be, because you have to be able to see beyond your current reality, creating and inventing what doesn't exist now to become what's not you right now. So, your vision affects all aspects of your life, and it has to be beyond just your current reality and just doing incremental steps better. And I think that's what I've learned the most from vision. Goals take you one step a little bit further, right? Goals right outside your reach, a little bit further, a little further. Vision is big, 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 big picture. And that's what we got to do, is what is this big picture? Who's going to be the first 10 star in USA? Who's taking that? Who has that as their vision? And what does that look like for you? And what are you going to do? And how's that going to affect? Because I can tell you something. All you need is one person to do it. Because when that one person does it, that's a beacon for everybody else to say, it's possible, and now I can do it. So somebody's got to step up and do it. Is it you? I hope it's you. Is it anybody on this line? All you got to do is just say, it's me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to take it all, because I'm going to be that inspiration that helps all the other leaders know that it's possible. Pastor Denise, I'm going to have to go ahead and roll it down right now. Just a couple things to remember when you're creating your vision. Know exactly who you are. That's important. Who are you? Where are you now? Because if you know where you are, going to that place is a lot easier. A lot of people aren't honest with themselves. We live in this world where you see all these Facebook posts and everyone's going on vacation. I mean, man, I look at Facebook and I'm like, do these people work? Everybody's at the beach and on vacation and all sorts of crazy things, And so I'm like, but who are you really? That's just a snippet of your life. So we have to be really, really honest with ourselves and who we are. Next, you want to brainstorm, imagine, dream. That's what we were doing before. Sit back, relax. A lot of a lot of people have never really sit back and actually thought about what they wanted. Because as soon as they do, they start thinking about all the things they don't have, and the money is this, and I don't have this, and I got these to pay, and this. That's our minds all the time. But to actually sit down, play a nice, relaxing piece of music, get a piece of paper out, tell everybody, hey, I need an hour, and just journal and brainstorm, and really allow yourself to live in that moment of this life, this vision that you really want to have for yourself. Focus on the things that give your life purpose and meaning. It's so important that we have our focus on the right things, ladies and gentlemen. These next 18 months are crucial for you, because it's going to happen whether you get on board or not. That's what I want everybody to understand. The vision is happening. It's happening. You can see the excitement. I saw these Facebook posts. Everybody's got their trend coming in. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Are you going to be a part of it? Are you focusing on the things that give your life purpose and meaning? Are you really focusing on the things that are important? Or are you being distracted? This is not the time to be distracted. This is time for focus. And then don't put a limit on your dreams. Don't just dream to be a one-star. Don't just dream to get your car for you. What do you want for your team? This is where us as leaders have to step up. What do we want for our teams? What do we want to accomplish? How do we want to do this business, ladies and gentlemen? Do we want to do it really, really small and just get the extra $500 that's going to take care of us and keep us from bankruptcy? Or are we going to make sure that everybody we know is living a life that is better than the life that they're living now, that they have health that's better than the health that they have now? What's your vision, ladies and gentlemen? Don't put limits on it. Don't just think about yourself. Think about everybody around you and how what you're doing right now can impact them. That's what we need to get a vision for. So I hope that this has blessed somebody today, because you know what, ladies and gentlemen, when we get that vision, when we expand our borders, you're going to see this business go, shoo. And I hope that everybody on this line is a part of it. But let me tell you something. It's going to happen whether or not you choose to get on board. So get on board, ladies and gentlemen. Ride the train to your dream. Sit down, get that vision, because you get to that vision, those goals are really, really easy. Always vision first, goal second. I hope this has blessed somebody today. Back to you, Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale.
Ooh, powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm loving every word that you are sharing, Nikisha. You know, it's funny. It's funny when you bring something to the call, and it's not like we haven't heard about the importance of vision, like like we haven't heard the word before. But it's always a special, whatever topic you bring, Nikisha, it's like it's that special moment, that it needs to be heard, that it needs to be really clarified. What is vision? And vision has so much to do with how you're growing in this business. We know that you can do a lot of talk, but a lot of talk without vision is not going to get you there. And Nikisha said that vision keeps you in the race. And Nikisha, when you said that, when the vision keeps you in the race, that's what helps you when you invite 10 to 15 people to a TPP, they don't show up, or someone said they're going to come in and sign up and bring 2 or 3 people, and it doesn't happen. And instead of you getting discouraged, it's your vision that helps you to forget that. It's like it rolls off you like, it doesn't? It just rolls off your back because you have vision. And what they decide to do is not going to affect what you see that's going to happen to where you're going in this business. And that's why you can continue to smile and move on, even when people don't show up, even when people do drop out, even if people don't sign up, you're okay with that because you have a vision and you know that your vision is going to come to pass. Now, Nikisha, I want to ask you one other thing. Knowing your vision is one thing, but don't you agree that you also have to you have to start talking to yourself. You have to start telling yourself out loud verbally, like get in the mirror and saying, I'm going to be a 10-star. I'm going to be this. I'm going to do that. I mean, you have to start telling yourself those things as well. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, Pastor Denise. I mean, that is so important. And we sometimes aren't really cognizant sometimes of all the words that we say to ourselves because people are always telling you, oh, you have to be realistic. Oh, you have to live in reality. Oh, I'm just a realist. I want to just make sure that I'm saying, it's easy to talk about what is, but the Bible says that we're supposed to speak those things that be not as though they were. That's really where the power is, ladies and gentlemen. And it's really hard because every fiber in your being, when you want to say something about yourself that hasn't yet happened, tells you, oh, that's a lie. Don't say that. That's a lie. You shouldn't be saying those things. Don't say those things. But you have to say them anyways. And the more you start to say those, the more they will start to become your reality. And then all of a sudden, you're living in the future. That's why I love Kevin Vaughn when he says, welcome to the future. Kevin Vaughn is living in the future. He lives in the future. He's not even worried about yesterday, and he's certainly not dealing with today. He's living in the future and where he's going because that's how far his visions are. And so he's always speaking, and he's always reminding people, this is the future. We have to look into the future. If the present that you have right now is not where you want to be, you have to go into your future and get that and pull it back in. And you do that with your words. And, we'll have to do another training on that, Pastor Denise, because you just touched on something that could set me off for a whole other training because your words and what you say about your business are so important. If you're saying, I hate to talk to people, you're going to hate to talk to people. If you're saying this business doesn't work, network marketing doesn't work, it's not going to work for you. I promise you, it's not going to work. And if you hear people who are speaking positive words on your business and you're saying, oh, they're just lying to themselves, then you won't believe that either. It's all about your attitude. It's all about your, Pastor Denise, see, you get me all started again. Back to you, Pastor Denise. Let me throw it back to you.
So maybe we can bring that next week, Nikisha, the power of your own words, speaking to yourself what you want to come to pass. Because I'm telling you, family, it works. The day that I was able to stand in the mirror and tell myself what I was going to be and what I was going to do, things just begin to happen. It's something about the power of vision, about the power of speaking what it is you want, putting it out there, and it's also something about the power of focus. And it's like you're living it, even though it may not have manifested yet, but in reality it has. It really has. You know that it's going to manifest, and you begin to live according to that. So you're not surprised when it does happen. When I won the Mercedes-Benz, I saw that in 2010. When I saw all those people walk across that stage and receive keys to Mercedes-Benz, I saw in a vision right there that day, oh, I can do that. And I said, I'm going to win me a Mercedes-Benz. And I believed that. And I went on as if I had already won it. So when I won it, it was rewarding, yes. Was I excited? Yes. It was an overwhelming type of joy. And it still is when I think about it. But it does start with seeing vision, and it starts with speaking it out of your mouth, believing it in your heart without doubt, and staying focused on where you're going. Coach Nikisha Bond. Woo, love the way we get our Monday started. It's kind of with all this information, it's setting you up for a great week. You don't have to wait till tomorrow to put this into action. You can put it into action now, right now. Pastor Dale, you there, sir?
I am. Great job as always, Coach Nikisha Bond. You know, laying it out, making it specific, making it clear, making it something that we can see so we can move towards. Just a fantastic opportunity to just reconnect. I'm glad to hear this coaching again. I've been away from it so long because it's good hearing her voice, good seeing that the focus is still there and that the motivation to move forward is still there. It's just a great opportunity to have you on the call again with me. So thanks once again, and back at you, Pastor D.
Thank you. Well, let's go out to the UK with Dr. Nita Poole with our quotes for the day. Dr. Poole, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay, Denise?
I can. How are you this morning?
I am good. Thank you. We've had lots of changes in the UK, lots of big things happening in the UK. We've just had recently a general election, so nobody has known in the last few days, you know, who's actually going to be governing, who's going to be in charge of the healthcare system here in the UK, and which party came in has a big leaning on basically, you know, the whole of the medical area, the whole of the holistic area. But you know what? Whichever party had come in, there's room for the TEN sprays. The party that has come in, though, it looks like there's going to be more and more privatization of the UK health service. What does that mean for us with the TEN sprays? There's going to be more and more people looking at paying for things themselves. That's where the TEN sprays come in. They're going to have to look after their health better because privatization means greater costs are gradually going to be creeping in. So people are going to have to address their health, and they're going to have to address their weight, and they're going to have to address their diabetes and have to address their high blood pressure. And of course, we've got fantastic testimonials of people with all sorts of disorders, all sorts of lack of well-being, improving with our TEN sprays and going to be with our Trim by 10 drink. Of course, we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent any particular disorders, but we've got the testimonials that show people are improving and people are making money. So, you know, it's great training from Nikisha, and of course, we've got something that's going to be worldwide. In fact, I read a recent article that literally food sizes are just going up and up and up. But it's not only the food sizes, the plates and the types of presentation that people are being confronted with when they go to eat out. It's larger and larger plates to make them want to eat more and more. And of course, that's not always healthy. And of course, when you see something large, it makes you want to order more. That's the marketing philosophy behind it. That's why all the supermarkets and shops, they're full, crammed with stuff, basically. It's all stuff to make you want to buy. The more you see, the more you want. Well, let's convert that to the more we see the TEN sprays, the more we want. The more we see the Trim by 10 drink, the more we want. Let's go for healthy rather than unhealthy. But let's have the big picture in mind, exactly as Nikisha says. Winston Churchill said, the empires of the future are the empires of the mind. It's all about the mind. It's all about seeing it that's going to happen. That's what athletes do. They see it. They see every single corner of the race before they actually run the race. They know their technique, every single pace of the race before they run the race. Ralph Lauren said, a leader has the vision and conviction that a dream can be achieved. He inspires the power and energy to get it done. David Jurgen said, a leader's role is to raise people's aspirations for what they can become and to release their energies so they will try to get there. And it's fantastic what Nikisha does, because she does that every single Monday. And every single leader that speaks on this call, they do that every single day. So very, very important to plug into the calls. Paul Coelho said, who wrote The Alchemist, he said, a philosophy of life is, I'm an adventurer. I'm looking for treasure. Well, you know, folks, we have that treasure. We have the health treasure in the TEN sprays and the Trim by 10 drink. We have the wealth treasure in the pay plan. Jennings Bryan says, destiny is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice. Not something to wish for, but to go for and attain. We can attain it, folks. James Allen said, dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil. So dream it, folks, have it in your vision, and you will attain it. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Poole from the UK, for those closing your statements. Well, Sally, this was a great motivational Monday. There was some wonderful information given in regards to vision. I say start right now. If you don't have a vision, get one in your head now. I love the way Nikisha slowed the call down and has you to take a moment, just be still. Just close your eyes and think about where you want to be. You need to really see where you're going to be in the next 18 months. Because we already know what the CEO said, where this company is going, where we're going to be, where the company's going in the next 18 months, 50 million in the next 18 months. Where are you going to be when we get there in 18 months? You need to see that now and make it happen. Coach Nikisha Vaughn, once again, great, wonderful information. Family, don't forget to join Maria at 9:10 this morning. That's in about another half an hour. So 9:10 this morning Pacific, the Spanish call. You get Spanish-speaking guests, get them on the call. And also, that will be 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. And also, don't forget to like the corporate Facebook page. So you want to stay updated on the videos that's going forth, the announcements, all the 2 stars. Oh, my goodness, y'all see the flies on the 2 stars coming out? Woo-hoo! Great acknowledgement around the world. People becoming 1 star, 2 star, and 10. Wow, congratulations to everyone who achieved that level. So like the Facebook corporate page. It's called Team Method Network on Facebook. Team Method Network. Just want to like that page, and you'll get all the videos and the announcements and everything that's coming forth out of corporate. Well, it's been a great call, Kelly, but as we say, you got to get off this call and get out there and tell someone all the great things that you were on this call today. Pastor, do you have any closing remarks before we finish? Yes, sir.
Hey, Pastor D, just wanted to make mention to everybody, the trim is shipping and has shipped, and we're starting to see people who are getting the packages now. Just say FYI, corporate called us last week and told us that the packaging for the 6 boxes are coming to your home, and those of you who are upgraded by the deadline and have the extra 1 promo package that's coming, that package will ship separately from the 6. So you should get 2 packages if you upgraded within the promo time frame. You should get your regular 6 packages in your first pack, and then you will get a second pack with 1 box in it. So just wanted to give you FYI so that if you got the package, you say, wait, I thought I had 7. 7 is coming. It's only the first pack was only big enough to put the 6 boxes in. So just give you FYI. People are receiving them. We're looking forward to getting ours and getting on trim.
Oh, boy, we got folks waiting on that, Pastor. Look, I know a lot of folks on the West Coast have already received their packs. They've taken pictures and posted them. And it's twin. Has anyone on this end on the East Coast received theirs yet? Do you know?
I don't know. Not yet. No one has confirmed it.
I'm getting ready to say, because I'm getting ready to go over there right now. If you know who they are, I'm heading over to get my trim. But we are looking for the course of the trim. We have boxes already sold. Boxes are already sold. Well, thank you for that. Well, family, that's it. Great call. Be back with us tomorrow morning to continue to hear more great things that are happening here on Team Method Network. And know this, You are loved, and you are greatly appreciated. God bless you all, and have a prosperous day on purpose. Mwah.